Well, y'all, young Pharaoh's knight in shining armor has spoken. You can't make this ish up. Let's get into it, y'all.
It's Block Lounge Entertainment, and the time is right with T-Pre.
I don't know if I want to say that I'm surprised that Golden is actually reacting this way. I knew that she really still loves Pharaoh, and I knew that eventually they would get back together. I actually did a reading on that, where I knew that she still had very strong feelings for him, but that she was trying to pull it together, and hold it together, and trying to keep them apart so that he can get the help that he needs. Because clearly, I think that is what that she wants. She wants him to get help so that he can be a good father and be, a good husband to her. These are the things that she was saying in the video today. She failed to mention the part about the husband part, but she did talk about the children. So the part that got me in her video today was how she tended to gaslight all the YouTubers and everybody that's talking about Pharaoh. But what she's forgetting about is the part that none of us are messing with him. We're not dealing with him. We don't have children with him. We're not interested in him. And so, therefore, when you tell us information about the disrespect that he's doing, when he's out here televising how he's trying to harm you and harm your kids and putting y'all in harm's way, I'm not sure how she expected people to react to him. Okay, it's like as if you're telling like your sister or your child coming to tell you that their boyfriend or somebody was abusing them. What do you expect your family member, how do you expect them to react to a situation like that? That's what I don't understand about Golden, because in this situation, it's not like Pharaoh was just calling her a B every so often, or he was just sleeping with some other woman or something like that. No, this man was putting her and her children literally in harm's way from day one. I mean, not only was he putting like shooting in the house, but I have video after video, and I'm talking about at least 27 videos. And I kept a little library of those videos, and they're all in a playlist. But within that playlist, there's various things that Pharaoh did throughout a period of 3 or 4 months. Okay. And in that period of time, Pharaoh managed to not only shoot into this woman's house, not only threaten to shoot up the entire complex, and then threaten the neighbors and all that other stuff, but Pharaoh also gave out her address, okay, so that strangers could show up at her house and do whatever they wanted at her house. Also, he gave out her parents' address. He gave out Kamel's address and her information. He gave out so much information, putting his children in danger, putting his family in harm's way. Why is it that she just completely forgot about that when he went to jail, and now she's feeling sorry for him, and now she thinks all of us are wrong for talking about him? Like, we're wrong for actually putting him in his place. We're wrong for expecting, yes, we want to see him locked up. We want to see something happen, not because we hating on him, girl, but because we are tired of seeing him abusing her. That's what it is. So at this point, if Golden is just at the point where she feels like she wants to gaslight all of YouTube for talking trash about this man because of the behavior that he's been showing, then you know what, honey? I don't know what to tell you about how he treats you. I mean, for real. I can't feel sorry for somebody who is okay with a man mistreating her like that. All she kept talking about was, well, I don't understand how people think I shouldn't feel anything, and people think nobody thinks anything. You keep getting on YouTube talking about it. Nobody's telling this girl to go live and talk about her baby father. There are plenty of celebrity men who have acted a fool, and their baby mom is not going live and talking about it and going back and forth with them. She is doing that because she's choosing to. And you know what? At the end of the day, like I said, when you turn on this live and you click on that go and you click that record and you turn on that camera and you turn on that microphone and you start talking, okay, You cannot then decide how people are going to react to what the fuck you're saying. That's just that. So when y'all turned on that camera and let that reality show run and let everybody see this man disrespecting you, this man shooting into your house, this man not giving a fuck about seeing your kids or any of that, as long as no other man was around your kids, and then putting that information out, putting where your school is at, all this other stuff. You don't care about none of that, Golden. All you care about is the fact that people are talking about him and people want to see him where he's at. You know what? Yes, people want to see him where he's at because people cannot stomach abuse like you can. You're okay with this man abusing you. That is a problem in itself. For you to sit here and gaslight people for that, honey, you got a lot to learn. Now, I know that you're young. I know that you got a lot to go through. I know that, everybody goes through different paths in life. But baby, you going down the wrong path if you're sitting here and the first thing you do, and half of these charges on him are from you. Half of these charges on this man are from Golden. So if these charges are, and the worst charges are for Golden. So if these situations are going on and this is happening and this has happened to you, you get on live. I can go down the list of how many times Golden has gone live talking about what this man has done to her, talking about how he's doing her, how he's treated her. How I found out that he had shot into her house is when she went live and talked about it. I didn't hear about it from Pharaoh. I heard about it from Golden. So all these people that stood up for you and wanted you to have the best, all the people that went at Pharaoh, all the people that came for him, the only thing that Golden you have to say is, how dare we talk about him? How, when we know what he's going through? You knew what he was going through too, that whole time. But the whole time you kept going live. As long as it was making you money, you didn't have a problem with it. Now that the man is locked up and you can't make no money off of it, now it's a problem. Girl, stop. I don't even feel sorry for you. The only one I feel sorry for is the kids, because they in between the both of y'all. And that's a damn shame. I don't usually say stuff like that. I really, really, really cared about Golden. I really wanted to make sure that she was okay. But listen, this is what she said. Y'all, I couldn't believe what I seen. I couldn't believe what I was hearing her say, even though I probably should believe it, because I know she loves him. I know she cares about him. I know that he is the father of her children. It's completely understandable to have those feelings, and these feelings are raw. But at the end of the day, and I'm not saying because it's a touchy subject, because I don't ever want to see a black man sitting in jail. But at the end of the day, this man is going beyond what jail calls for. Okay? This is a prime example of abuse and a woman being in a situation where she has no choice but to get the white man involved. No choice. What else was she supposed to do? Like, really? And then the only thing she can think of now is, only thing she's probably thinking of is because he, again, from jail, probably made her feel bad about putting charges against him. Oh, now the children are going to have daddy issues. This is what she was saying. The kids are going to have daddy issues because he's not around. Bitch, he ain't going to be in jail for more than a few days. What are you talking about? He ain't been around. He hasn't been taking care of the kids. When he calls, all he does is call and cuss you the fuck out. He's not calling to talk to the kids. He might be saying that stuff on the internet. But every time you have shown that he calls, you show that all he talks about is you. So where's the daddy issues coming in because you're keeping the kids from him, or because you put charges on him for abusing you? You're showing your daughters you're not going to take the abuse. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, I'm not saying that they wouldn't hurt over, situations that they might find out about their father. But you know what? Children are quite resilient. Children bounce back from situations. Now, I'm not saying that everything is going to be perfect with this situation, But I'd be damned if I sit up and keep letting a man that has been abusing me to the point where I had to press charges against this man. They got a $12,000 bond against him behind my charges. And then I'm going to sit and gaslight people for feeling some type of way and being glad that he's away from you and that he's finally in a place where he can get some damn help. How dare you feel some type of way about that, Golden? I'm sorry, I have something to say about that. And you didn't say nothing directly to me, but I saw what you were saying to YouTubers. I saw what you were saying about World and other YouTubers who are out here really putting that work in, talking about your baby dad for all the bullshit that he put you through. I'm done with it. I'm done. I can't even support that no more. Let me check out these comments here. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank y'all for watching tonight. Sometimes, hey, I appreciate you being in here. And Tayanta Samuels, the nerve of her, right? Hey, D. Durrell, I appreciate you, D. Durrell. Yes, I am on one tonight because I'm just pissed off. Because, this is a prime example of women who stand up for other women. You understand what I'm saying? Women who go through abuse and go through situations and you stand up for them, and why people don't get involved in situations like that. Why in my personal life, I don't get involved. If somebody, now I'm not saying that if I see somebody just going through abuse that I won't say something, but I'm very cautious about getting involved to this level because the person that's being abused usually will turn around and do exactly what Golden is doing. And it's disgusting. And it makes me think, you know what? She probably has been dealing with him all this time, trying to make it seem like, she ain't really doing nothing. I said that anyway. I did that in a reading, that if she was still messing with him or not. And sure enough, she is. But I thought maybe it could have been, I don't know. I didn't know whether it was in person or whatever. But clearly she is still emotionally connected. And it's just sad. It's just really, really sad. Yeah, sometimes she's definitely gaslighting herself. And it's just disgusting. Hey, Josephine, I appreciate you being in here. Hey, sexy toy lady, what's happening? Hey, Flacco, you did tell me, bro. I got to highlight that. You definitely told me. And I was trying to support this girl, because she's young. She reminds me, she don't remind me of my daughter because my daughter don't have a relationship like this. But my daughter and her look a lot alike. And also they're the same age. My daughter's maybe a few months older than her. So maybe that's why she just upsets me so much. And this is just rattling my spirit so much because I want better for Golden. And I think she's smarter than this. I think her and my daughter have a lot in common. They're both into tarot. They're both into spirit, you know what I mean? And stuff like that, plants and, and all that stuff. So she reminds me a lot of her. And it just upsets me to see her in this situation. It really, really, really upsets me because I know she's smarter than this. But, this is a prime example of somebody going through abuse, somebody going through an abusive situation and the cycle of abuse and how that is hard to break that cycle if you're in it. And, this is just sad to see. It really made me sad to hear that. But anyway, I just had to get that off my chest and just let this girl know, like, you got to get your ish together, baby. Ain't nobody getting ready to keep, just saying that that's okay. It's absolutely not okay. It really is not. You said she's gained a following because of all this mess, and now she's throwing us under the bus. Yeah, girl. I just can't believe that. Like, I cannot believe that. Like, I know she had a problem with like King World and stuff like that anyway, but but I don't have a problem with World. But I know that she had a problem with him but for her to come at every single YouTuber like as if it's YouTuber's fault for why he's acting like this. Like, the whole purpose of YouTube, y'all, is to talk about what's going on YouTube, talk about what's going on outside of YouTube, various things like this. So if he's giving us something to talk about, we're going to talk about it. There are a lot of people talking about Pharaoh, okay? and he gives us something to talk about every day. So I don't really understand. But you know what? Yeah, they definitely getting paid off all this. She said that today. She mentioned that in her video that, this is her money. This is how she makes her money. So, okay. And now that the money, is out in jail, now it's, well, it's everybody else's fault for why he's in jail. Like, no, honey, he's in jail for the abuse that he inflicted upon you and your kids. I mean, but you forgot about all that. Word. How she make yeah. How can you make it about you? Don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Yeah. Just forget the sympathizers. Yeah, it's just ridiculous how she did that. I just can't believe that she would go through and go to this level, and go and just say all this. But she did, and it is what it is. You said that we let these YouTubers off the hook too much. It enables them. There's some YouTubers, that I have listened to regarding this Pharaoh situation. I think some have possibly gone too far. Um, Now there are most that haven't, especially like people like King World, and there's a few others out there too that are talking about him heavy. But I think King World is doing the most work on it. I think he's speaking the most about it. I think he has done the most investigative work, and you should definitely give YouTubers their props. But as far as Pharaoh, I think some of the YouTubers have enabled him for sure. I think some of the YouTubers have possibly allowed him to continue with this. I think he likes the fame, and I think he didn't realize how heavy the situation was. I don't know why he didn't. I don't know if it was the drugs or what, but yeah, the women around him definitely should have been explaining that. Yeah, I think Golden was doing her best to do that, but I'm just so disappointed in her right now. I'm really disappointed in her. Hey, we unlock. I appreciate you coming in. You said Young Pharaoh still talking in jail. How bad he is. I don't know what he's saying in there right now. He sounded very sober today in that court hearing. Hope you guys went over to King World and watched it. But yeah, he definitely sounded very, very sober in the court hearing. He sounded very sound of mind. He wasn't talking trash. He wasn't licking the lips and all that. Well, I don't know because he had a mask on his face. But he wasn't doing all the crazy stuff, that he's usually doing, all the inflections in his voice and all that. No, he was talking very normal today. So it's crazy. You know what? Sometimes I thought the same thing, that she is still in danger, because when she's going to do everything she can to come up with that bail money, it's only $1,250 that she needs. She's going to do everything she can to come up with that. And she got a little white girlfriend, and her little white girl is going to help her come up with that too. And they're going to come up and they're going to get him out. They're going to get him out, and she's going to move to Texas. And she's going to be right back to the same old bullshit all over again. Sad. And I do think she's still in danger because she hasn't gotten away from him. She hasn't broken the ties. And her not breaking those ties, she's still dealing with that situation. What is up, the good guys? I appreciate you for the super chat. You said, hey, Miss T. Prius, the Good Guys Music Group. Man, I appreciate you. Shout out to y'all. Man, you know what? We got to have a little Good Guys reunion where everybody plays some music and stuff. Nada Great, and get her all on here and get everybody out to play some music. I miss you guys. We haven't all gotten together in a long time. Sometimes you said it's totally normal for her to be confused and defensive. I think it is normal, but it's sad to watch. It is. And what I think is what I'm afraid of is that it's gonna the normalizing of it is gonna make her go back to him. You know what I'm saying? And deal with him again. And I don't know, and not allow him to fully heal. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. I mean, there was a lot more than him just shooting into her house. He's put his hands on her on several occasions right in front of the kids, smacked her, kicked her, punched her, all kinds of stuff. And all of that is in the paperwork at the courts. So, But you're right. She's going to go back regardless. Clearly, that's the case. Clearly, that's the case. And I think she's also going to. I think she's also going to end up getting him bailed out. I definitely think so. Yo, Locke, you said, question: who's going to be emboldened to bail him out of jail? Her. Golden ass. You see, I got her behind bars with him. She want to be back there with his ass. Shit. Yeah, I do think that she's gonna get back with him. You said sometimes you said, I'm glad I never had to break up with someone and keep seeing their face all over social media. Girl, because that would be the worst. That would be the worst. I don't know what it would be like to date a celebrity. Or, I'll say this. I don't know what it would be like to date a celebrity like Pharaoh or like Kanye West or somebody like that. That would just be off the wall. I ain't got time for that type of nonsense in my life. So the moment that that nigga start acting stupid, he would be out the door. That's just me though. I don't know. Hey, Summer Days, I appreciate you coming in. You said she's putting her young children in danger if she goes back to him. She should at least wait until he is healed and seeing a psychiatrist, therapist, and psychologist. I 100% agree with that. I really, really do. I don't know if, I'll say this. As long as he's got people in his life enabling this behavior, he's probably not going to do it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, he needs to get really behind and by himself. It might be very good for him to be in jail. Like I said, I hate to see any black man in jail for the simple fact of what the prisons, especially the American prisons, were created for. The fact that they're privatized and that it's all about money. It has nothing to do with rehabilitation, has nothing to do with helping the community or anything like that. So I think that's why I have a problem with seeing any black man in jail. But sometimes women are, like I said, women are put in positions. And shout out to Carrie Ann, because sometimes you were talking about this last night. Women are put in positions where we have to call the cops sometimes, or we have to get the law involved because there's nobody else around, or and you're a woman and you only got you and this man. You understand what I'm saying? And it's either you or him. And most of the time if he can overpower you, then what else are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to keep getting your ass whooped by him? You know what I mean? Or are you supposed to finally call somebody, call some cops and get this nigga the fuck out of here? Like, what are women supposed to do? And I really feel like Golden is being gaslit as well by men, okay, out here on YouTube, who come for her and be like, yeah, you put your baby dad in jail. Even women are doing that too. It ain't just men. Women are doing it too. And, her being young and being younger in mind, she's not really thinking clear, and she's just going off of emotions, off of what other people think, and probably half of what she really feels too, But it's really sad. It's really, really sad to see this, because these kids, they don't deserve this. The kids don't deserve it. What she's going to see later on, once these kids get a little bit older, she's going to realize that, if she does stay with him and allows him to continue with that nonsense, she's going to realize that the kids are going to wonder why she didn't leave him. Why did she leave them around them? Why did she allow this nonsense? They would have had a better relationship with him if they could just go visit him every other weekend or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wants the idea of the family. She wants to keep the family intact. And in her mind, she can cure this man. And he has to be willing to get over this himself. There is nothing she can do to make him get better, to cure him, to, get him out of this situation. There's not a damn thing she's going to be able to do. And, I don't know. Hopefully one day she'll get that. I don't know. Yeah, you said, Summer, you said, yes, we don't want the black man jailed, but we can't have our backs against the wall. Exactly. We're women. We are women. Okay. Like, why? I don't know. I don't want to be out here fighting no man. If I ain't got to. Now, if I got to throw a pot upside your head, I ain't got no problem doing it. Okay. But I don't want to have to like knock you upside the head with a pot because I'm a whole lady. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have to like whoop your ass, bro. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to have to fight you. I shouldn't have to. I'm a lady. Okay. I'm not going to put myself in a position to do that either. But I'm also not going to be, with a man who feels like that's okay. I'm not. Okay. I'm absolutely not going to do that. And, at this point, I don't know what else it's going to take for her to get, that, you do not have to accept anybody's abuse. You just don't. Yes, honey, a pot of grits. Okay. I love grits. Oh, yes. I love me some grits. Okay. I ain't got no problem with that. Now, I ain't no violent person. Okay. But, I mean, listen, if it's either you or me, it's damn sure not going to be me. Okay. So that's what I'm just going to say. You said that, yes, we are ladies and shouldn't have to fight our men or anyone. Exactly. Exactly. You said protecting women from violence is one of the reasons laws were first written. Absolutely. Absolutely. You said T Pre be popping dudes chest out. I do not. I do not. I will though. I mean, if I have to, but I don't want to have to do that. I'm a lady. I'm a lady. I'm a fucking lady. But absolutely, y'all. You said a part of Golden feels that she earned the right to benefit from his fame and fortune. She wants the family and thinks her and the kids are the cure, and they aren't. Apps, girl, you said that better than I could have ever said that. That's exactly what I was trying to say. That she's thinking of the fairy tale part of it, the picket fence, the white picket fence with the dog in the yard and the cat and the kids running around, and her in her lolly pregnancy and he there to girl, this is not that man. He is not that man. Like, sometimes us women will get an idea of a particular man that we love or that we like, and in our mind, this is who this man is going to be. You know what I mean? And so no matter what he's doing, no matter what we see him doing, we're still going to be like, nah, girl, just ignore that, girl. This, you want this, so this is what you're going to have. And you think if you just wish it into existence, that will happen. A part of that is true when it comes to manifestation. However, there are certain principles and factors that you got to have in place. Okay. Number one, the other party has to be a willing participant. If they're not a willing participant, there's no manifestation in that. Okay. That's not, you don't want that. Secondly, if you're pushing something out in the elements, like as in magic or in manifestation, when it comes to love or when it comes to relationships, okay, and you're really trying to manifest that, honey, you're going to end up with a disaster. I'm just letting you know, you are going to end up with this disaster. It's not what you want. Okay. You're going to figure out really fast that is not what you want. Okay. Like I'm talking about, you won't be able to get rid of the situation. The situation will become abusive, so forth and so on. And that's probably what's happening in this situation, where Golden, it keeps trying to manifest the situation, but he's not ready. He's not mentally and emotionally ready. So I think that's what's going on. But hey, we'll see. But anyway, y'all, I really appreciate y'all coming out tonight. D. Darrell, you said Golden has a lot of mental health issues going on. I would be curious of the support she is getting from family. Someone should be encouraging both of them to engage in therapy. You know what, Darrell? I'm glad that you said that. And shout out to Darrell, y'all. He is a licensed therapist. He actually, I agree with you, because she was talking about that in this video as well. She talks, and she's been talking about this a lot lately. That her family is not supportive, quote unquote. Okay. Now, I don't know if that means that the family is not supportive because they don't support the fact that she's still dealing with young Pharaoh. Okay. Or that they have been abusive to her. She claims that she is very used to emotional and mental and verbal abuse from people. That's something that she mentioned tonight in her video that I was very surprised about. So I don't know if that means that her family, she's used to that from her family members or whatever the case may be. but this is something that she has experienced, she said, all her life. So I'm assuming that she's talking about her mom and her father. Now, I don't know how true that is, but that's what she said in her video. So I'm glad you brought that up because, yeah, that was definitely something that she said. So as far as the support from the family, I don't know. I don't know. It's definitely questionable at this point. Now, she is staying with the mother and father right now with the kids. She is living there currently, but she's been trying to move back to Texas pretty much since she got there. So it's been a couple months now that she's been trying to go back to Texas with Pharaoh. And she's been doing her damnedest. She's made a couple videos about it and everything about trying to get her best friend to move down there and trying to get all these other people. And nobody wants to move down there except her. She's even tried to get his other baby mom, Kimmel, to move down there and they all get a place together with the kids. And Kimmel's like, hell no, like I ain't moving around that nigga. But she want to be down there, so it's crazy. Yeah, Darrell. He says, sounds like a toxicity in her family environment. A lot of Black people don't believe in therapy as an option. It's time to evolve from that. Absolutely. You know what? It's funny how you said that because she's always trying to encourage Pharaoh to get help. But you are so right. She needs the same amount of help that he does. She needs to get that help as well. We unlock. I appreciate the flowers and the hearts. Appreciate that. Vici, hey, what's up, Vici, my member? I appreciate you. You said, damn, I'm late. Didn't you pull cards on this and said she was still working with supporting him or at least had feelings? Yep, I sure did. I told y'all the cards don't lie. Them cards don't lie. Yes, I did. I pulled them cards just a couple weeks ago and said that they still messing around. I just didn't know if they were messing around in person or if they was messing around like, just emotionally over the phone. I think it's a combination of both, to be honest. But yeah, sometimes you said a lot of Black people think verbal and physical abuse is normal. You know what? That is so true, girl. And it's sad. It is really sad. And she said, she didn't say she thinks it's normal. She just said she's so used to it that she doesn't let it bother her. And that bothered me that she would say that because that's why she puts up with so much bullshit from him. She thinks it's normal. She thinks that ignoring him is will make it go away, or that somehow won't break her, which is sad. Very sad. Hey, I appreciate you coming in here. You said, I film woman. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I'll chop that up terribly. I'm sorry. But I appreciate you coming in tonight. You said the children are going to need help. Absolutely. I think so too. And it's sad because she's not thinking about that. She's only thinking about them having a man in the house, them having a man around. He's not even really around. She even said that. All the times when, when she was living there, and like I said, this is all it's their fault that we know so much of their information. It's their fault that we know so much of what they've been going through because they both put this out there. She put out there that, and this was just recently, that, even when she was there doing videos with him or, living in the house and he was doing videos, he'd be in the other room. And she said she was just so unhappy in that room because, he was so disconnected from her and the children. So she knew that he was disconnected even while she was living with him, even while they were together. So, I don't know. The kids are going to need help, definitely. You said if you beat your daughters, they won't recognize abuse. And then you said, well, will the cards tell me if I ever have my husband's baby? I'm getting old. Well, I mean, I can do a reading on you if you'd like me to. We can certainly see if there's some fertility in the future. I do got a lot of new oracle cards that I've gotten. I've gotten even some newer ones since I did my last unboxing. I got a couple more decks too. So, and there's some fertility in there. So we can certainly do that. Hit me up. Sometimes you said, if you attack your kids' self esteem, they won't recognize abuse. That's what she's coming off like. Like if you do this and if you do that, you know what I'm saying? This is how this is what, that this is, they'll be immune to it almost in a sense. And yeah, there's definitely a lot of black people that think like that. So shout out to Sometimes for thinking that. I know that sometimes I get carried away. You guys can check her out. She has a channel as well. She is a school teacher, and she sees a lot of things within the Black community. She's in the Atlanta area, and so she sees quite a bit of things like this in the Black community, from just children that she's raising. And I say raising because the kids probably talk to her more than they talk to their parents. So shout out to Carrie Ann for that. Also, D. Durrell, I told you guys that D. Durrell is a licensed therapist, so check him out too. You could check out his channel, D. Durrell Life Solutions, where he has a lot of topics on Black mental health solutions. Okay, so definitely check them out. I really appreciate all of you guys for coming in. I'm coming up on about a little past 35 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end the show here. But this was an excellent, excellent topic. So I really appreciate that. Summer Days, I see. Thank you for letting me know that. You said that I'm a foster parent of 13 years. That is absolutely amazing. So, I really appreciate you for just being who you are. That it takes a tremendous and wonderful person to be a foster parent, and take care of children in need. So I really want to give you your flowers for that. Thank you for all that you're doing. All that you're doing. I know it has not been easy, but you have the heart to take care of kids, and that is an amazing thing. And because of that, the universe will always take care of you. Okay, so thank you so much, Summer. Appreciate that. I love children. I have 6 children of my own. 4 of them are adults now, so I have literally been through hell and back raising them. Their father did pass away when they were little, when they were younger. So it was not easy raising them, but I did the best that I damn could. And so I couldn't imagine being a foster parent. But I really, really appreciate you for that. So thank you. D. Durrell, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And thank you for letting me know that the show was great. And I really appreciated you guys with this too. One more thing I'm going to let you guys know. I am actually going to be stopping the super chats. I am only going to accept donations through Cash App. And the reason for that is because YouTube be taking way too much of y'all money, okay? When y'all actually send me super chats, I barely see any of it, okay? So, it's not that I have necessarily a problem with that. I just, because I don't, I'm not, this is not my bread and butter per se. But at the same time, when I do get the super chats, when I do get paid from YouTube, YouTube is not paying people the way that they should be. I don't know if other content creators are talking about this, but I have noticed that and I have seen it. So I have decided I'm not going to demonetize my channel, but I am going to cut off super chats from the channel. And if you guys did want to send donations to me, that is perfectly fine. And I will take those donations through Cash App. Okay, no problem. We unlock. You said, "Hey, I appreciate you, Venom 314." You said, "Will she give back the money that he stole from the people that believed at Black Lounge?" Whoo. Whoa. That's a good question. That's a very freaking good question, Venom 314. Now let me tell you, I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, she got a whole lot of love for him, though. She got a whole lot to say, a whole lot to say about the YouTubers. So, yeah, maybe that's a question that she should be asked. Is she going to give this money back that he stole? Claiming that he was suing YouTube. Okay, and yeah, he stole that money. I doubt it. He don't even have any money to take care of his own attorney fees or let alone anything else right now. So I can imagine he can't even pay her. She said he pays her every so often, maybe $100 here, $100 there, whenever he can. So I doubt if she's gonna be doing that. Summer Days, I really, really appreciate that super chat. Thank you for that. Really appreciate that. You said YouTube is a racket. It definitely is. T Pre is a great mother and proud of her. Oh, thank you, We Unlock. I appreciate that. Summer Days, you said okay. Venom Black Lounge, she's about to lose her money bag and she got them babies. Honey, you know what? Her money was him. The money bag was him. Okay. And now that he's locked up, she gonna do everything she can to try to get him out of there. She talking about it really hurt her heart when the bodyguard showed her video of him getting locked up, and oh, he was crying and it was his mind against his own. And I was like, girl, if you don't stop feeling sorry for this very same man who just tried to kill you and your kids, stop it. But hey, that's the mind of the abused, right? The mind of the abused. I am going to get out of here, y'all, when I get done reading y'all comments. It says, they're not giving back anything. Honey, no, nope. This is a reality show for them. Unfortunately, the reality became real reality for their asses because Pharaoh is really locked up. I think he really did think, and again, shout out to King World because he definitely brought this up, and he has done some investigative work on these handlers as well. There are about 3 or 4 handlers out here in the white community who Pharaoh has been working with, has been doing several videos with, and he talks very candidly about spirituality with these people. And so, yeah, I think that he thought that he may have some protection behind these people and behind people who have worked closely with the CIA and different things like that. But he don't have the protection that he realized. And I think he's going to realize that more and more as the days go on. You said that at Black Lounge, she might need to go to the bodyguard. Well, according to Pharaoh, she's already gone to the bodyguard. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to believe from Golden anymore. After today, I don't know what to believe from her. And you said, Venom, you said that's it. That's it. He had set up a real mark. He was in the white racist area about to perform for them, but he messed up attacking the Jews. Yep. Trump then was about to pay them and black. Yep, that's true. That's true. Really crazy though. Real crazy. Really silly cat. Yep. Girl, the bodyguard. That bodyguard is cute though, honey, if she is. He ain't bad looking though. He ain't bad looking. She might want to think about it. But what I heard was the bodyguard was interested in her. She claimed she wasn't interested in him, but I'm like, girl, if you don't go this bodyguard, because he cute. He really is. There was another one too, the Muhammad guy, allegedly, that she was supposed to be talking to. Now, somebody showed a picture of him, and he was cute too. He was much better looking than Pharaoh. So I don't know what she's thinking, but hey, whatever, to each his own. Plus, I guess that's her baby dad. So his CIA agent died from COVID. Yeah. I'm gonna end this on that note because I don't know if it was COVID or not. But I'm gonna holler at y'all later. I really, really love you guys and appreciate you guys for tuning in. You guys are a bag of fun. And tomorrow night, I am going to do a members only live. It will be a continuation of last week's conversation where we were talking about the situation with Tina Knowles and with Tommy Sotomayor. I would love for the men and the women to be involved in the conversation. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow, okay? And peace. Thank you guys for watching.